Hello, I'm Minister Corey Jones, and I want to welcome you to the Health and Wellness in Focus program and podcast. Today, we will be exploring episode number 14 with a very special guest. This episode's theme is fitness for different life stages. Of course, I must remind you that this program and podcast is brought to you by New Covenant Church Wellness Hub, Wellness Connection Incorporated, Pastor Bryan, Hudson, and Vision Communications. I'm so excited about the program that we have prepared for you today. As I would like to remind you, the Wellness Connection Incorporated stands on the foundational text of John 10:10, that I have come that they might have life, that they might have it more abundantly. And we are stressing the importance of health and wellness in our communities and in our congregations. Be sure to visit wellnessconnectionindy.org for additional information and details on how you can be involved or become a member of the Wellness Connection. I'm so excited about the program and podcast. If this is your first time viewing, we want to thank you for joining us. Be sure to go back and check out all the previous episodes for information from Alzheimer's, from maternal health, we've explored so many different topics, and we want to make sure that you're sharing that information, as sharing is caring. On today, I'm super excited as the person that we'll be interviewing will be sharing some information that's important for people who are younger and for people who are even older. This person is the founder of Go Speak and GoHard Productions. He is a decorated personal fitness trainer, a film director, and a professional speaker. We've previously done work with our guests on today through the Wellness Connection in previous town hall meetings that we've had here online and in the city here in Indianapolis. We're so excited as he has a mission to inspire and transform the lives of people all over the world by sharing health and wellness information. He speaks publicly for the Alzheimer's Association. He is a United States Army veteran. He's a devoted father, husband, friend, and leader. And he is a health advocate. Would you do me a favor and go ahead and pump some hearts and share this and send this link to somebody, as on today we have Mr. Jacobi Davis. How's it going, sir?
Thank you. I'm fine. Thank you so much for having me.
Yes, thank you for being with us on today. I am Minister Corey Jones, as I mentioned. Pastor Bryan Hudson is producing currently, and we're going to get right into the questions, man. Okay. Thank you for your time on today.
Thank you.
So, Jacobi, we've done some previous work with you, and we are grateful for your commitment to the community. I want to talk to you today in regards to fitness for different life stages. Okay. So health and wellness is a priority in our community and in our churches. And I want to know from you, what are the most important factors to consider when building a fitness routine, a fitness routine that can be sustained over time? What would you say?
I would say, number one, there's many factors, many things that play in a part of someone sustaining a lifestyle of fitness. Discipline will be the number one thing I would say that will carry someone through every life stage of their life in fitness. One of the other ones that I know of is nutrition. Nutrition is very key to someone's lifestyle and fitness. You cannot even outwork a bad nutrition. So with that being said, paying close attention to your macronutrients, paying close attention to your fruits and vegetables, things that we neglect over time. Water is another factor. I will go on to say that, watching your proteins, all these different basic nutritional knowledge that we've acquired over time, we must get into a point where our nutrition is key to our health and wellness.
You guys heard that. Discipline. I really like that one. That's not just a spiritual discipline, but you mentioned physical discipline, right?
Yes,
that is something that's huge to sustain a regimen over time, right?
Yes.
I'm encouraged when I see Dr. Hudson riding, dedicatedly. He's riding miles on a bike as an older as an older man, right? Which is very encouraging. I have a grandfather who takes a lot of steps. He likes to do walking and stuff like that. So discipline, having it made up in your mind that this is something that you want to do. And your other point was good as well. So what are some of the most common obstacles? You mentioned discipline, but what are some of the most common obstacles that people face when they're trying to stick to those routines? Like, so is it not just a lack of discipline, but what are they struggling with overcoming when it comes to staying consistent?
Corey, I've been doing this for 24 years. This is my 24th year of doing this in health and fitness. And as a personal trainer, I have to say that the number one thing is lifestyle, life situations, life problems, life obstacles get in the way of people. When it comes to people trying to go the right route, when it comes to people trying to go the right direction in life, they're trying to change for the better. What happens is life gets in the way every time. And it's inevitable that life happens. The part I find out is when a lot of clients that I come to and I talk to them about their progression in their fitness, they tell me about different obstacles that they find out in their life, such as kids, husband, a job, relocating, different things like that. And yes, these are all reasons why, these obstacles come about, and there's reasons why they hold us back. But what I come to find out is that through discipline, it wouldn't matter, because once we make the decision to be disciplined, we will push forward. We will find a way to get through that obstacle. We will find a way. We will will ourselves to a point where we will be victorious in each and every day of our lives through this fitness journey.
That's good. As you were speaking, I was just reminded of Romans, where they say, worship with your body in your life, right? So you're saying discipline. It takes discipline to be a follower of Christ as well, right?
Yes.
Spiritual discipline.
Absolutely.
And you're hitting on physical discipline.
Yes.
And so I personally know, and I didn't send you this question to ask you, but I know that you are a follower of Christ, a man of God. Yeah. So how do you incorporate your working out into your worship? Do you have a regimen in the morning, or
Absolutely.
how do you?
Absolutely.
Could you share with us?
So I get up really early in the morning. So at 4 o'clock in the morning, you usually find me praying. You usually find me meditating. You usually find me just in one with God. That's the only time I find throughout my day where there's no people in my way, in my ear. It's total silence at that time. And I get a relationship with Christ that way each and every day. After Christ, then everything else. That's how I lead my life. So everything starts with him first, but it has to be a discipline in that. You have to get up, whether you feel like it or not, whether you feel like you don't feel good, you have a headache, you're tired, you're anything, any excuse you can give yourself. You need to find a way to make a decision to be more disciplined in your daily routine, keeping God first, and everything else falls in line after that.
So do you like the pain that comes from working out, or is it more so, do you have to like the soreness? Is kind of like my question. Or is there a type of fitness or regimen that you can have that's around stretching and just maintenance versus, because you've done some other, like, bodybuilding and stuff like that. So for the people who don't necessarily want a bunch of muscles, but want to maintain what they have, or, keep their mobility, what would you share for them?
It's the accomplishment of the goal for me. When it comes to a goal that I set for myself, I enjoy the journey. I don't enjoy the end result, because, as people, when we get to that end result, that's when we want more, or we want something different, or we're looking for something higher. I don't enjoy the end. Even though I achieve and I succeed at the end, I celebrate at the end, therefore that's not the end. The journey for me, take each and every day, take each and every minute to enjoy where you're going. Enjoy what's coming, as far as what you gain in this journey. You may gain not only discipline, but you might also gain more self-awareness, more self-control, more power, more of God's glory upon you, more anointing. You'll feel more, you'll see more once you enjoy the journey and not trying to get to the end.
So this is really good. I had a conversation with Pastor Hudson just a couple of days ago. We were looking at a comedian, and he said, you cannot win these spiritual battles by yourself.
Right.
You can't even stop eating chicken. You can't even stop consuming sugar.
Yeah.
Right. So this is good, and I appreciate your thoughts on the spiritual side, and even sharing that through transparency with us. My next question is in regards to motivation. What strategies would you recommend for staying motivated to work out, staying motivated to go to the gym? Would you say, somebody's online watching now and they're like, I pay for a membership every month, and every time when it comes out of my account, that's when I'm reminded to go to the gym. I thought setting it up on auto pay would encourage me to go to the gym. Maybe I should just cancel it and do something in my garage or in the backyard. What advice would you give to people to stay motivated?
Number one, I don't believe in motivation too much. Motivation is fleeting. I can motivate somebody for a moment. I can motivate them for a day, but I'm not there every day after that. I motivate you today, and you got 6 more days to get through. Discipline is the thing that's going to get you through. Motivation will get you started, but discipline will carry you through. I suggest, for those of us who are still trying to find our way in that discipline realm, I suggest surrounding yourself of things that are going to get you to that goal, such as a magazine of maybe a person's body figure that you want to attain. I would surround myself with fruits and vegetables. I would surround myself with lots of water. I would surround myself with the influence of things that's going to get me to that goal. I wouldn't do the opposite, because that's temptation. You can help whatever it is that's in your home. And I think that you should put some aspiring things around you that will carry you on to the next level.
Okay. I like that. And you did mention certain nutrients and things that you are eating and consuming, right? Staying away from energy drinks, because those are bad for your heart, your liver, consuming lots of water. I looked at Gatorade. I thought Gatorade was the ultimate place to receive hydration, right? And then I look and it's like 69 grams of sugar. And I'm like, in Gatorade?
Yep.
So even looking at the labels that of the things that you're consuming, a lot of people end up being very busy, having kids, moving around, managing stuff. And what ends up happening is they're short on time, so they just stop at what's near their house, right? Fast food, processed food. Could you speak to, give us a little more in regards to that nutrition and eating healthy, and how you're able to maintain a strict diet?
So I don't mind cooking. That's my thing. I don't mind. It's a therapeutic thing for me. But I also suggest for people who are just on the go, and that's what I cater to the most for people who are in my business. There are people who are single mothers. There are people who are business people. There are people who are just avidly busy all day, every day. And so sometimes they don't have time to get to the grocery store or cook at home. You're always on the go. So my suggestion is preparation. Preparation is always the key with nutrition. Without preparation, we'll fail. So if you plan to fail, or if you don't fail to plan, you plan to fail. That's what they say. And so prepping your food the night before, having some sort of discipline, having a routine that every night you're preparing for the next day. So as you prepare for the night, prepare your food, prepare your clothes in the morning, prepare for whatever work performance you may have to do the next day, making sure you're prepared. Therefore, once the day begins, you're already ready to go.
Already ready to go. I like that. I learned something in high school. It was the 5 P's, right? The prior preparation prevents a poor performance, right?
Yes.
And so when you look at your week, you're like, well, I'm going to be busy on this week. You can think about, okay, what you can cook and then have leftovers. And I've heard I've heard negative and positive things in regards to carbs and pastas and stuff like that. As far as if you're doing a lot of manual intensive work or active type work, do carbs do you know if carbs are good to a certain extent? Do they help with certain things if you're in a certain work field? Do you know any information about that?
Yeah, carbs are a wonderful thing. It depends on what carbs we're talking about. Depends on the lifestyle that you lead. I suggest slow carbs, complex carbs is what they call them, such as your oats, your wheats, brown rice. You know, I'm an oatmeal fan. I love oatmeal in the morning. Brown rice is a good one. Some of your slower digesting carbs that last throughout the day.
Okay.
None of your white stuff, such as white rice or white bread or any of those things that, you know, have a tendency to go through your system real quickly. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So a lot of the stuff that we like, guys, we're gonna have to cut out. Now, for those viewers who are listening via podcast, Jacobi's here, and just from his presence, I want to do like 25 to 50 push-ups and sit-ups. I mean, just being here, he's encouraging me. The guy's ripped. He definitely knows what he's talking about. But not only that, you help people attain their goals, but people can look at you and see that you're not just talking about it, but you're also living a healthy lifestyle, which is important.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, awesome. So let's go to our next question. So we talked about staying motivated, especially during busy seasons. What about stress? What about physical fitness? Can you speak to how that assists with stress management?
Yes. Your feel-good endorphins come from physical fitness. So with that physical fitness, a lot of benefits from that. Your stress levels do come down a lot more. I'll suggest over time you start meditating. You know, meditation in the morning really helps me, helps collect my thoughts, helps calm me. And throughout the day, any stress that may come my way, I'm able to handle it sufficiently, you know, through that meditation. But yes, exercise is a very good key component to stress reduction.
Okay. So we're talking about fitness for different life stages, right? So I'm in my 30s. There's some things that I can still do. You know, of course, I take the dog for a walk. And when I do it, what I do is I'll ride my bike and hold the dog on the leash. So I'm multitasking, right? Because I'm busy. But
Right.
I'll take the dog and he's on the leash and I'm riding. We're both getting our exercise. I'm killing two birds with one stone. What would you say, or how would you encourage those who are older, or who are, how would you encourage or speak to those who have goals, who are in their 50s or 60s and beyond? You know, what can they do? How would you encourage them? What would you say for those individuals who have fitness goals but are at a different life stage?
So I'm pushing 46 years old, right? And every stage of my life has been slightly different. I feel great. I feel like I'm 22. However, the reality of it is I'm not 22. My body will tell me so. Throughout our different stages of our life, we come to realize that, you know, our bodies get to tell us what's going on. You know, and we as adults, as we get older, we tend to gain, you know, a little more wisdom as time goes on as to listening to our bodies and what our body wants to tell us. We have to be keen on what our bodies are trying to say.
Okay.
So not only that, but yes, stick to the same routines that you've been doing. You may have to modify them. You may have to do a little change and a tweak here and there, but because you've been keeping up all these years, because you've been keeping up every single day, what it is that you will have to tweak and go according to the lifestyle that you are now facing at this time. So from age 22 to 34, there's going to be a tweaking in there here and there. You're not as quick. You're not as strong, you know, and that's okay. That's life. as from 34 up to 40 something years of age, there's going to be a tweak. There's going to be a change, and that's okay. You just have to make the proper adjustments. Get with a personal trainer, such as myself, or you should go ahead and research and Google some things that's going to help you attain the fitness level that you want to attain in your life.
This is good. I heard, listening to your body, being a good listener and understanding your limits, right? You don't want to push your limits. So, but is there an age that people should stop trying to be I don't want to say fit, but is there an age limit to participating in physical activity, or does it always have a benefit to the body no matter how old you are?
Fitness is very forgiving. Fitness, you can actually start to do fitness at any time of your life, at any age. You can continue doing it throughout the rest of your life. You can start any time of your life. What I come to find out is one time I went to a bodybuilding show, and I was just kind of observing because I wasn't very familiar with bodybuilding too much. But when I got there and I sat in the audience, I looked and I saw the master class, and there was a 78-year-old lady up there bodybuilding, ripped to the bone. I mean, she was cut up, she was defined and everything. And when I realized the age that she looked halfway better than everybody that ever graced that stage.
Wow.
And it motivated me, and it helped give me a sense of, pride. I was so happy to hear that she was 78 years old, because that gave me hope for when I turn 70 or when I turn 80 years old. So there's no age limit. There's no limit as to when you get started. There's no limit as to how long you go for as far as your fitness levels. You just keep going, and this is going to give you youth. This is going to make you feel better. You're just going to attain lots of different benefits from the lifestyle that you lead.
No, this is good and encouraging. I'm excited about making some personal lifestyle changes that are more healthy. One thing that I have been doing is stretching more, right? I've received some information from like a back doctor, and they're like, get this softball, lay on your side, cross your leg, put that ball right on that bone right there, and then roll a little bit. Yeah. And it was a certain euphoria that came over me when I was like, oh my gosh, right there. It was so tight. So not even just the fitness, but before you just go and jump into working out and doing some things, can you speak about just stretching? A lot of people sit at desks all day. A lot of people don't have jobs where they're walking around. And so I feel like they're probably carrying a lot of stress, and they could decompress by even just doing some simple stretching.
Yes. And a lot of times your aches and pains come from stretching, or lack of stretching rather. Dehydration, of course, is another one too as well. But a lot of times our headaches, our body aches and pains, the things that we ignore sometimes and think, oh, it's nothing and it'll go away. That's your body giving you another signal, another warning that you need to either stretch, get some water, some nutrition. Your nutrition needs to change, whatever have you. Stretching is a very key component when it comes to working that body, when you're doing resistance training, when you're doing any type of stressful workout. These are the things that need to be accompanied with stretching. I host a class every Tuesday at my gym, and when I do my workout routine with them, and I'll send them through a really hard, grueling workout, what I'll do is we take a moment to stretch. From head to toe, we make sure our whole body is stretched out. That way we don't carry that stress on us. Okay. And so that's a helpful release of, different kinks in the body and different pains to stretch out that body. Okay. Yeah. It helps blood flow as well. And
I've heard a lot of things come out of your pores when you get a good sweat. A lot of I think maybe toxins and all right. This is good. Hey, I'm Minister Corey Jones. We are here at the Health and Wellness in Focus program and podcast. We've been speaking with our guests today on episode number 14, Jacobi Davis. He's been dropping some information. He's been dropping gems that will help and encourage those who are just starting their fitness journey, no matter your age, and those that are have been in their fitness journey for a long time. So I can say that one of my goals, and I'll say this publicly, is to be back in high school football shape. Now, this was when I was running stairs. We were doing two-a-days and knee highs and all of those things. And it would be awesome to have not only that mobility, but that energy. I feel like it will help with, public speaking and sharing the gospel.
Yep.
It will help in the classroom. It helps with posture, right?
Yes.
I mean, so I would love to get my core stronger. And it's just some things that I'm speaking on as health and wellness. It hasn't just become something that's very important to me recently, but going forward, I just want to make positive lifestyle changes. And you share some good information, and I'm encouraged. Now, if you see me on Facebook and I'm doing push-ups and things like that, it's just to encourage you, because we've been encouraged. Is there anything else that you would like to share with our audience, with our viewers, to leave them with as we are talking about fitness and different life stages? Any encouragement?
Yes. Don't let life situations get in the way. I know we have a tendency to go through things in life. I know we have a tendency to, let things get in our way, to stop us. The devil always wants a way to get in our way and keep us from going down the path that we tend to go down, which is the righteous path. But what I want you to know is this: don't let him do it. Go forward. Keep going. Let discipline lead you. Let discipline guide you through the journey, and enjoy the journey. Don't look at the end so much. I know you keep your eyes on the prize, and that's a good thing, but always make sure that you enjoy the journey getting there. There's always going to be people, obstacles, life situations, and I just encourage you to keep moving forward. Use that motivation, but also actually use that discipline to help carry you through.
For additional information and how to stay connected with Jacobi, he's Jacobi Davis on Facebook, but most importantly, you can visit his website, jacobidavis.com. So stay connected, find out what he has going on. Maybe you can join a class. So thank you so much for joining us on today. Again, no matter where you're listening, just go ahead and copy and share that link. Send it to somebody. Praise God. Thank you so much for joining us here on the Health and Wellness in Focus program and podcast. Again, thank you again to Vision Communications, Pastor Bryan Hudson, New Covenant Church Wellness Hub, and the Wellness Connection Indy. I'm Minister Corey Jones. It's been my pleasure to share with you all on today and to interview Jacobi Davis, who's shared some wonderful information. Be sure to share this with your workout partner. Share this with someone you want to hit the gym with, and let's keep moving forward. Amen.
Amen.
Amen. Thank you, sir.
Hey, thank you.